All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Metal Block Podcast. So excited to have you here today. We're so excited for what we got to talk about. We've got an amazing guest that we're going to be hanging out with. And my heart is beeping like a million miles an hour right now just because we are hanging out with somebody that we've been looking up to for a little bit of time, and probably older than the show is itself at least. But part of our discovery and how we became doing podcasts was through awesome bands like this, the releases that are happening every single day, and just keeping up, keeping up with what's happening. And so we started wanting to talk about it. But inspiration, we are there tonight with the show, musically, even as far as musicians go. And Brandon and I have a very small background in playing. So, hey guys, this is insane. We have Lukas with us from Stillbirth. And I don't know, I'm sure you know Stillbirth from Germany, and super, super excited. Lukas, thank you for being here. Take a very quick moment, or however long you want actually, and talk about, yourself and, the band for a sec.
Thank you very much for having me on the podcast. I'm really happy to be here, and it's a pleasure to talk to you guys. My name is Lukas. I'm from Stillbirth. We were founded in 1999. It's an old band, but the guys on stage doesn't look that old. That's the good thing. So yeah, let's get it started.
Man, that's so awesome. That was actually one of the things, whenever I was looking you guys up, I was like, holy crap, been around since 99, everybody. So here's what's also really fun, and we'll talk about it a lot, but they don't sound like 1999 recordings or anything. Like, the music that they're putting out is top notch, with the musicianship and just the recording quality. It's a lot of fun to listen to, and we're going to talk lots about it tonight. So, Lukas, again, awesome to have you on the show. Brando, let's
Thank
go,
you.
buddy.
Lukas, man. So I know you told everyone who you are, but let's get started with and your metal origin story. Like, tell us how you got into metal music, and then kind of how you got into playing it after becoming a fan.
Okay, I was always a little bit into guitar music and not the stuff which my parents listened to. That's like every child. And on some day there was one cousin from me coming from Poland to visit us, and he showed me some Metallica, and then my world changed. I mean, it's just Metallica when you see it now, but back in the days, for me, that was Holy Grail or something. And from that, I went to Children of Bodom, and I liked that heavier sounds. And from that, I went straight to Cataclysm, Sorcery, and Temple of Knowledge, the brutal shit from them. And yeah, that got me hooked. And since then, I'm totally down for brutal music.
I love it.
Sorry, didn't mention, but after I listened to death metal for some years, I wanted to do my own band and starting own shows, because in our region where I lived, it was like a village area, only villages around, and there was no relocation or no concerts happening. So we started a band, and 2 years later we did the first show, which was sold out with 250 people, because everybody wanted to listen to metal, but nobody had the chance. So we started the metal era in our region a little bit.
That's very cool. And what region are you in?
It's NRW. It's North Rhine-Westphalia. It's the western part of Germany, and that was the Sauerland. It's like a really cultural, a lot of woods and not a lot of people living there. So it's like maybe Colorado, outside the cities.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very awesome. And how old were you when you started your first band?
I started Stillbirth with 15, I think. Yeah, I was 15, and since then I'm trying to grind this band to get it bigger. A long way.
Yeah, think you're doing a good job.
No, thanks.
Yeah, and super young too, which is always impressive whenever I check it out. And all of the great bands I always feel like are like that. You mentioned Metallica even as being an inspirational band. I mean, those guys were like, 16, 17-year-old too whenever they started actually taken
Yeah,
off in the big scene world, and they were starting something new. And so it's really cool you being from a village that really didn't have something like that. And shout out to just Europe in general as far as the metal community is concerned, or from that point of view, because I always love how bands that from all parts of Europe, you even mentioned Poland, we've got to talk with some awesome bands from Poland too. So just
nice.
keeping it alive. You know what I'm saying? And I just love it because I love the metal scene and I love the metal music. So shout out to Europe right now for all they're doing, because keeping it real, right?
Yeah, right now we got a lot of shows going on. So I mean, in our region, every day there is minimum one death metal show going on. So if you wanna listen to brutal music, come to North Rhine-Westphalia because you get it all. All the big tours are going through our region.
And speaking of music, I just wanted to mention, I think if I remember right, isn't like Beethoven from this area?
Okay, now you got me with something I don't have a clue about.
I was thinking that Beethoven was from that same area of
Oh,
Germany.
really?
I could be wrong,
We
but
could Google it fast, but
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
think
know.
I'm thinking you said the like Westphalia.
yeah, North Rhine-Westphalia.
Okay,
And
maybe
man,
not the
I
same
Google it
part
now.
of Westphalia, but I remember Beethoven being from Westphalia or something like that. For some reason, that's like hopping out at me. But anyway, just I believe we're we're not talking about an
Yeah,
area that.
yeah, he's from Cologne.
Yeah, okay.
Seems
So
like.
okay,
Okay.
Cologne, yeah, it's
Yeah.
right there in that same area. So anyway, so from Beethoven to Stillbirth, here we are, right?
Yeah.
I
I mean, back in the
love it.
days, it was pretty heavy to learn music like this because there were no teachers or no YouTube or TikTok or whatever. So you had to learn it all by yourself. And I started on Stillbirth as a guitarist and backing vocalist and switched to the vocals in 2015 because we couldn't find a proper vocalist for doing the job. So I went to the vocals and we got a new guitarist in. But yeah, since the beginning, I'm writing the songs, and it's also my involvement as a musician, which you hear in the albums.
And definitely a lot of maturity and devolving, like you said, in sound. Like,
Yeah,
uh, so I think like it seems like there's a kind of a leap from like at revive the throne, right? There's kind of like you can kind of hear a shift in the songwriting there. And then I know there was strain of the gods?
Strain of Gods. Yeah,
Yep. And then with Homo Deus, like you can just hear it like progressing, like
yeah.
with every release. It's awesome. It just gets better and better. You're doing a wonderful job. So you do most of the composing, or like do some of the other guys like incorporate some of the, do they have input in some of the songwriting?
Mostly I'm writing all the songs, and when I need some help, like on the solos, I do a basic solo, and then our lead guitarists are doing their kind of solo over it. But the song structure and the riffs and everything is written by me, and yeah, that's since I can think, mostly I've done it.
Very cool. Awesome, man. Well, good work. It's
Thanks,
awesome.
thanks. It's always a challenge, you know. I don't want to sound the same on every album, so I have to try different stuff, and you don't know if the people like it or not. And since the Homo Deus, we are going a little bit into the stoner metal region, or let the influences come in from that. And yeah, on the Survival Protocol, it's even more. You will hear it, especially on the last song. It's mostly a stoner metal song, but with a death metal suit, you know.
Yeah, an increase in, like, kind of the melodic side of things,
True.
like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of melody and, but it's heavy melody, so
Mm.
it's like it's got a groove element to it, but it's still so brutal, like,
Yeah, the
it's very
groove for me almost has like a really cool slam element, because it's fun whenever you hear the grooves. It's like something you can really bang your head to a lot. And I feel like Stillbirth has kind of had that groovy uh signature for quite a while, but you just hear it always prominently through song to song. And like I said, it's fun. Anything I can like have a smile to while I'm like banging my head, just like is something that like attaches me to the song and to the music, and I just remember it more and
Mm.
easier, and so that helps me always my muscle memory come back to it sometimes when it gets a little too quiet and I'm like grabbing for something to hear. So
Mm.
every song, and you gave us a chance to even hear lots of other cool Stillbirth stuff that really still carries that same, I said it before, signature that brings me back time and time again. And I think Brandon and I were like, we're going to be careful. These guys are throwing out like a solid album of the year for us. No doubt. No doubt. We
Oh,
love what you're
thank you,
working on.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of work and it's always a hustle to get out new music because you don't know how the people like it or not. But I'm happy to hear that what you heard already is good for you because then we did a good job, I think.
Yeah, actually, I may be just totally throwing Brandon off here, but just the first single that you guys released that's coming off of the Survival Protocol album,
Yeah,
it blows me away. It's Baptized.
yeah, in blood.
That Yeah, Baptized in Blood. That track is, you know what? Okay, so I was trying to explain this to Brandon whenever we were and this one's out there for everybody to listen to. So go look for Stillbirth and find Baptized in Blood and check out, what I'm about to talk about just for a sec. And
before you jump in, Zoomy, let's
yeah,
the, the this is off of the upcoming new album, right? It's called Survival Protocol, and I believe the release date is October 31st, right? Like, right?
Right.
Halloween. So, trick or treat.
yeah,
It's gonna be awesome. So,
It's
just
just
so everybody
treat.
knows, we're talking about the new upcoming album, Survival Protocol, release date October 31st, 2025. So, all right.
yeah, absolutely. Good call. Make sure everybody knows where to go and what they're looking for. But for everybody out there, I was trying to say it like brings two dimensions of music almost together. And the best thing I could think of was at first it was like the video game Silent Hill, how
Yeah.
you'll just be playing the game and then all of a sudden you'll be in the other dimension, which is like just like your world, but it's just darker and there's like a bunch of scary stuff out there like
Uh,
trying to get you. Okay. And so then like I was talking to Brandon and Brandon was like, I don't really remember, a whole lot about playing that game. I was so young whenever I did. And I said, oh, okay, how about Stranger Things then? I go, so imagine there's a light switch that you're listening to somebody play some guitar and then they switch the light and you're in the upside down and now it's the same guitar, but it's darker and heavier and
uh,
then the light switches back up again. And I mean, this happens throughout this song in the beginning, like on, off, on, off. So it's like, and it's all awesome, technical, really, really progressive in a way, the more and more I listen to it, but it just flips back and forth and almost is like painting two complete pictures, but goes back and forth real quick. And then boom, all of a sudden, now the lights are off. You're in the dark.
Yeah, you're
And,
just
and,
trapped in the dark
and
world.
and and it's just rocking your world. So that's my little quick, just thought. The very first thing I heard about Baptized whenever I got a chance to really sit down and listen to that one, especially multiple times, because at first I was like, what is even happening?
yeah,
Lots of fun with that one.
that's the thing on Stillbirth songs. You can't listen to it once and then it's done. You know, you have to listen to it sometimes to get all the details, and that's also the problem to find like a session musician for our music because the riffs are not the same. We are not playing like one riff and then another one and then the same again and then the same again. Even if it sounds the same, the notes are different inside, just to make it a little bit more spicy. I'm tired of writing all the same shit the whole time, so I try to spice it up like this, and it's a head fuck for to learn. But yeah, in the end, when you listen to it sometimes, then you get the details out of it every time, a different one.
What is your creative process like? Like, are you writing these songs? Like, are you sitting down with your guitar and playing and coming up with this stuff, or are you writing it out through some software? Like,
Um,
what's your process like?
I'm doing it like this, that I start to write a script, um, what I think about the album and how the whole theme should be. It was pretty easy for the last album because it was a story which was told like one after another. It started on the annihilation of mankind, then on Revive the Throne, the story went from annihilation of mankind to Revive the Throne, and so on. So Survival Protocol is now the last chapter of the whole story. So that was pretty easy to figure out how the whole atmosphere should be on the album. And then I wrote down the script, like how I want to have the parts, which part I want to have where. Like, for example, start with an opener and then go into a blast beat, do some crazy stuff, and then come back into a slam and blah, blah, blah. So I write it all down for every song. And in that time, I also figure out how many songs will be on the album. And yeah, then from there, I start writing the first riffs, see which riff is fitting to which song and which atmosphere. And when you got the opener from there, I don't know what's happening, but at some point the song is done. So every time when I'm starting the new album, I'm asking myself, how could I write the last album? I don't remember anymore, but maybe it's a lot of weed and that gets me creative or something like this. I don't know.
Helpful tool.
Yeah,
Sure.
for me at least, not
Yeah.
for everybody.
Sure.
That's a good point.
So if this is the last chapter in the saga, hopefully that doesn't mean it's the last chapter in the Stillbirth saga. So is there like are you thinking you're just gonna like kind of come up with a new story to start after this, or is there possible that this same story will continue for the whatever comes next?
The next one, we are planning to release another Back to the Stone Age, like we did in 2019 with our best old songs, and we will do the other part next year. So we re-record old songs and put in some new riffs and do it a little bit more spicy. And the next chapter will be like a mixed album, not a story from the beginning to the end. It will be different themes inside each song. So like you know it from other bands. But we want to also implement more our surf style, and which we got on stage. So yeah, it will be
Yeah.
something crazy.
So about the surf thing, you guys have any surfboards for sale?
Not for sale because
You should make some little mini like desk
yeah,
ones
so
for
some
your
mini
merch,
ones.
man.
I was already
Yeah,
thinking about it, like mini
yeah, that's
surfboards
cool.
in the design, but it's hard to do. You have to do it in China, and then you have to get like 500 or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
hard to sell 500 mini surfboards.
yeah, I bet. Man. Well,
Out on
I
the
think
streets selling
Mm,
surfboards, man.
hey, you want to have some?
Yeah, yeah, we do.
I think it's a man, it just shows like how motivated and ambitious you guys are. Like or you are. Like you're already plan like this one's not even out and you do have plans for what's next. And like I think that's super impressive and it shows how motivated and like driven you are and which comes through the music. Like you can tell you put a lot of heart and soul and effort into what you guys produce and it's it's stellar. So I mean, it shows through in what you guys give us to listen to, and keep it up. That's awesome.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I mean, death metal is my life mostly. It's maybe sad on the one side because yeah, death metal is your life, but I'm really happy with it, and I'm doing 2 festivals, pure death metal and brutal music, and a lot of shows for bands which are coming over from the States or Asia or wherever. And I'm also booking tours for them and stuff like this. So yeah, I'm totally into death metal.
Very cool. Yeah. So you're just like 24 hours a day, like that 7 days a week, just
Yeah.
working with bands and music, right?
Yeah,
That's the dream.
it's mostly half of my day that I'm working stuff like this because I also have to earn money. So that's the other half of my day.
So, what do you do for a living that's not death metal?
Mm, I'm self-employed because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do that much work just on the band and on the festivals and stuff like this. So I got my own company. It's a marketing agency. We do web design and merchandise and all the stuff like this. So that's the money part, and the other side is the passion part.
Very cool. I like that. I can see how working for yourself, being self-employed would helps
I
sustain.
mean, I combine the things that I need as a band and sell it to other companies or bands because I need merchandise for my band, so we can produce it ourselves and
Yeah.
also sell it to different people.
Awesome. So is that the Snice? The Snice store?
That's just the online store, yeah, but
Okay.
mostly only for Stillbirth. I
Yeah.
just put
Okay.
in some other things because the Stillbirth fans also love to smoke, so yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah, I really think that's awesome. I was just about to say, you kind of beat me to it, but that it seems like you get to really benefit from, what you do for money. Your band, I mean, can really benefit from what you do for money. Almost like they can exist in the same world, which is cool.
Yeah, I try to combine it because otherwise you have to. I mean, I also have to deal with companies and clients which are normal people, but still you can help bands out with cheaper merchandise or better quotings and stuff like this, or help them with advices. So it's
Yeah,
like giving and taking.
sure. And just being somebody who even has fair prices that treat you fair and is going to do a good job and make, sure and see it through to the end, those are also the kind of companies too that, win over lots of people. So, um, super cool. I like it.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, we try to do our best.
So I've noticed, following you guys on social media, Instagram and Facebook, that you're very busy. You guys play a lot of shows, and I know you're busy like all summer with festival season, right? Um, can you tell us a little bit about what some of your favorite live experiences have been? Like, has there been a festival that you've just I mean, I know there was a big thing with like the Indonesia thing. Was that last year, the year before? And I think you guys are going back again soon, right?
Yeah, so we try to travel the world with death metal, and the only place which is hard to get is the States because our visas always get denied, and we try it every year. At some point, maybe it's happening. I hope every time, but yeah, it's not easy to get inside. But yeah, my favorite life experiences were like Partisan last year. That's a bigger festival in Europe, and we played at 12 o'clock in the morning as the first band, just for like grindcore breakfast. And it was packed, and the people did a party like it was at a headliner show. So that was really nice. In Indonesia, we played at the Hamasonic Festival, which was really, really great, and at Sukabumi and Der Festival, which was also a banger. There were like 10,000 people just on the Sukabumi, and we were headlining. So it was a really great experience. And I mean, we played a lot of great shows, and I'm talking like 10 hours to tell every great show we played already, because there are also small shows which we very liked, where the people were going crazy, like in Vienna in the Viper Room when we played a tour with Disentomb. It was like total madness, and it was a Monday, and the place was packed, and the people were going crazy like hell. So we played some good stuff already.
That's awesome. Is there, as far as tours go, has there been like a standalone, just standout tour that you just like are super happy to have been a part of?
Yeah, the tour which helped the band most was with Cataclysm and Flash God Apocalypse last year through Europe. All the shows were packed, and we were really happy to be on the lineup, and it was a really great time, and it pushed the band onto another level, um, like no tour before. So that was really good. And one of my favorite tours were, I think, through Asia. We did a full Asia tour, like 20 days in 13 different countries or something. We flew every day. It was exhausting as hell, but you saw every Asian country. um, so it was really good. We also did a tour with Xavlek and Placenta Powerfist. That are my other two bands. And we did like 3 bands a night in 2019. It was for 20 days straight without a day off. So that was another experience, to play like 3 shows a day every day, and driving in between, because we didn't have a driver, so we had to drive and stuff like this, sleeping in the van, going on stage again for 3 sets. Yeah, that was something different, but it stays in the head.
Oh man, I can imagine so much. One of the fun things we do get to hear other bands talk about too is through the grind, just how they make it happen. And it's always really fun to hear it, and it's super exciting, to hear the effort that gets put into just coming to play live in front of people, because it's a lot of work to get something like that organized and then to put into action. And then once you're out there on the road, you encounter unknowns that are just, like infinite possibilities of things that could, go wrong, or, even in the, speaking on terms of good, things that could just go amazing. So where out of all these places that you kind of talked about, where has been your favorite place to play? Like the one that, I don't know, you're like, man, I can't wait till we go back there.
Uh, for me, it was Indonesia. So the whole country is like my favorite country. Since we went there the first time in 2018, it was already great. But when we came back for the Hammer Sonic and the Zuka Boomi, it was like next level. And the food is great, the people are great, we love the fans. Everybody is very loyal and enthusiastic. They are talking to the other friends when they like a band, and then on the next one you got even more people in front of the stage. So that's like really, for me, one of the best. In Europe, I would say maybe Switzerland, because I feel like home in Switzerland.
That's awesome. I know there was
Yeah.
a lot of like you guys do a really good job at this, but like there was a lot of footage of the Suka Boomi, is that
Sukabumi,
what it
yeah.
is? Yeah, like of your trip, like you're traveling there and then doing the whole festival and everything. Do you guys have like, is there a professional like videographer that you guys bring along with you, or do you guys shoot all that footage and put it together yourselves?
For Europe, we got one friend. It's Stefan Fabri. He's coming with us and shooting all the stuff and cutting everything together. And so we got it on the next day. And from the different parts of the world, we got different guys. Like for Indonesia, this guy is called Adi, and he went last time with us. And next time, when we are going in November back for a 10-day tour, then he will also come with us. So you will get another documentation. But not only one show, it will be like 6 shows or 7 shows maybe.
Sweet, because I love watching it. It's very entertaining. You look like you have a great time on all of it. Like looks like a lot of fun. So it's fun to
Yeah,
watch.
I mean, when you are not doing it for the money, then you have to have a great time, because otherwise it's waste of time. So
So
yeah.
true.
Oops, hit the button. Yeah. And I mean, just death metal. There's not really a whole lot of money in it, right? So it's got to be for fun. If you're not having fun and enjoying what you do,
I
then
mean, when your name is not Lorna Shore or Cannibal Corpse, then it's getting hard, yeah.
yeah,
So many bands out there. Shout out to Indonesia too, man, for telling your
Yeah.
friends. You know, that's the way it's got to be. That's how this whole thing works. And that's what we are always complimenting, metalheads for doing, is because since the beginning, it's been hey, have you heard this band yet? You really need to check these guys out. They're awesome. And then, or I've even mentioned the old flyers before. You see a flyer and then other bands are on those flyers. And now you're checking out other bands you might not have heard just because they're or just their logo looks cool because you're like,
Yeah.
that looks brutal right there. So, lots of good opportunities to, uh, ways that, you can catch the eye of somebody, but always word of mouth, telling your friends is like number one when it comes to metal. So, tell your friends.
Always. I mean, back in the days, it was the only way to find new bands because you didn't have YouTube or Spotify or whatever. So we had to buy our CDs if we wanted to listen to new music. And sometimes you bought just 10 CDs, which you didn't know, but you hoped that's great new music inside there. So that
So
was the
true.
old days.
The old days, man. I still
Yeah.
love CDs. I still
Yeah.
love
Same,
CDs and
same,
buy them. It's
same.
crazy. So wait, what year were you born?
1984.
Okay,
So I'm
yeah.
41 years old now.
Yeah, I was
same
83.
here, buddy.
Brando,
84.
he was born in
Yep.
84. So, you said the good old days, and I knew right what you were talking about, my man.
Oh, I used to save my lunch money in high school and not eat lunch all week long so that I could go to the used CD and bookstore and thumb through all the CDs looking for metal and just spend all my lunch money on that instead. So I buy some CDs I end up not liking, but found some gems. So
Yeah.
yeah, good
I,
old days
I
for
I
sure.
went to a company producing car parts like 24/7 for 3 weeks, so I can buy my first guitar and my first amplifier. So it was 3 weeks brain dead, but after that, I had the money for it.
Hey,
Dude,
what was your first guitar and amplifier?
It was a Marshall amplifier, I think, like, pwah, don't ask, JCM 100 or something. I don't know anymore. And it was a Ibanez RG guitar, but made in Japan back in the days. I bought it from some market, like in front of a Walmart. But we don't have Walmarts. But yeah, something like this. So there was a guy selling the guitar, and I was like, yeah, I want to buy this. And then it was like 100 euro or something. So it was really cheap. But it started like this.
that's awesome. You got one from Japan too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. No, they were like really cheap back in the days, but when you try to sell it now, it's like 2K or 3K. So
Yeah,
Do
insane,
do you still have that guitar?
yeah, sure.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Like the first one you bought, you still have it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, awesome.
It's
I
my
actually
it's
have the
my it's
first
my it's
one that
my
I bought from
baby.
you
I
too.
keep it forever.
Yeah. My first one was an Epiphone Les Paul,
Yeah.
and I still have it. It's hanging up in a room in the house. Like
I mean, I
it's
would run upstairs and get it, but then we got like 2 minutes downtime.
So do you ever record with that one? Ever?
No, it's a
No.
six string
Oh yeah.
tuned in E, so we are tuned in A standard. It's not possible to record with this guitar Stillbirth stuff.
You don't ever like rock out your Stillbirth stuff in E tuning just for
No.
fun.
Then
Oh
then I
Make
man,
it
put
sound
a
interesting.
yeah, but then you can just speed up the recordings, and then you got the same tone.
that's so true.
So, what do you record on then? Like, what kind of gear are you playing on now?
I'm recording on my Apex Ibanez, or on my custom Stillbirth guitar. It's a 666 string, and that's the two guitars I'm using for recording the both guitars. And it's a Focusrite Scarlett interface, and for the vocals I'm using Shure SM7. Yeah, pretty standard stuff, but we all record at home except for the drums. We do it at a studio in Cologne, the White Room Studio. He's doing a good job, so we're going there, and then we send everything to Portugal to Demigod Records, and he's mixing and mastering the stuff. That's the process.
Super awesome. What amazes me by what you just said is so much of your music is actually recorded at home. The
Yeah.
tracks. Now you send it, to Demigod, you said, I think if I heard you right, for the actual mixing and mastering, which
Yeah.
probably, I'm sure, rounds everything out to the polished, beautiful thing that that we get to hear. But just, illustrating the fact that, like, if you check out Stillbirth's albums, like, you will hear what can happen with music that you're actually tracking in your bedroom at home. And he said he uses the Focusrite Scarlett, which is not, I mean, that is an affordable
Yeah.
interface that just about anybody can get out there and grab. And you might even be able to find one at a pawn shop or something like that, for even
Yeah.
cheaper, because you can just go online and get the drivers. And I mean, I think it uses like one of those old school printer cables, maybe not the new ones. The new generations probably don't. I had one of the like second generations or something, but
Okay.
all that to just say that, I mean, like, superb finished product coming from, doing some recordings, at home, which still blows my mind. I hear it all the time, but it still blows my mind that we can do that today. And good job, really good job with what you guys put together and choosing the right person, to finish it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most important, to finish it out, and Demigod is doing a superb job for our music. Maybe it's different on other bands, but it fits our music very well, and he's also doing every revision when we get a revision, and we tell him, please do less drums, less guitars, or whatever, and then he's doing it perfectly on the next revision, so we can communicate very great, and he's doing everything perfectly. I like it very lot to work with him.
Which album did you start working with him on?
It was, I think, Annihilation of Mankind. I think so, yeah. But he was just doing the mastering, and on Revive the Throne also just the mastering, and Strain of Gods also the mastering, and then from Homo Deus and Survival Protocol he did mixing and mastering.
Okay, cool.
Because before, on the Revive the Throne and Strain of Gods and everything, our old bassist Pumpa was doing the mixing, and then we sent it out to Demigod to do the master.
It's awesome. That's awesome. I really like what you guys have done to keep your sound so authentic to metal, and also exciting, new, and entertaining, which is almost sounds like two contradictory things. But it's just it's always refreshing to get a new Stillbirth song, and what we've heard even so far about Survival Protocol is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward what you say when you hear the whole thing, because
Oh,
it's a
buddy, I've heard it.
journey. Are you heard it completely already?
I did. As soon as I saw the email come through,
Yeah.
I was texting Brandon, like, check the email, and he was like, all right, I'm finishing up lunch, and then I'm gonna get a chance to listen to it. So, you know, here's what's crazy. I started jotting down a few notes, and I'm not gonna take up too much time doing talking because we're actually here to talk to you. But
Do it. I
so
like to hear it.
yeah, well, okay,
Let's hear what you got, Zoomy.
we already talked about Baptized in Blood, just a little bit, as being, the opening, interdimensional, beginning of the darkness that we were about to hear. The second track that you guys actually released, single, I mean, just so everybody else is on the same page with where we should all be, is Sacrificial Slaughter. Sacrificial Slaughter. I
Yes.
can't talk. But then Throne of Bones, which comes like I think I want to say it's like the third track, you know,
Yes.
that you guys have like the drum sound that it begins with is awesome. And again, I'll say trademark Stillbirth groove, you know, that goes throughout the song. And I don't know, so on the drums on that one, are you guys just dropping the snare out, or it's like
It's the
what's happening
cowbell.
there? A cowbell? Is that
Yes.
what?
Yeah, it's a
Ah,
cowbell groove.
he's hitting the cowbell. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, that, how about the title track, Survival Protocol? That song just blasts your face in from beginning to end, like with the cricket breeze galore and,
Yeah.
double bass, I say, that will make your eyes go freaking crossed, man.
That's the more hardcore song from the album.
So I will tell you, because I'm old fashioned, and like Brandon will probably echo this because we've talked about it together and on the show. We love albums that you can listen to from beginning to end, you know, that have a flow that go through them, a story to tell in a way, but just love sitting and enjoying the entire album. And so with that being said, song placement is always something that's super important. And you talked about, you
True.
know, and then I black out and then it's made, right? Because you said after we figure out the first song, then I don't know what happens, and then we're putting it out. But I just wanted to throw out there that the final song, which I got a quick second to, this one was one that I was like, I'm so glad that I didn't accidentally what is it, the Kill to Rule?
Yes.
Or yeah,
My favorite.
so oh my gosh, man, like that song to end this album, it just gave me goosebumps. And I thought
Nice.
to myself, whenever, you know, you sent the teasers to us, I was like, hold on, I hope this is the same structure, because this song ending this album
Yes.
leaves me wanting so much more, even, you know, just the anticipation of what's coming next, which you've already said you already have plans. So I mean, I can probably, you know, people just need to go and make sure that they're caught up with where we're at right now. And they need to, if they haven't heard Stillbirth, go hear Stillbirth, because what you guys are putting out on Halloween is going to blow their socks off.
Thanks.
I was a little late getting home this afternoon to be able to check out the whole thing like Zoomy got to, but I can tell you, just the opening alone, I knew, I was like, oh boy, we're in for an album. Like this is such an awesome opening. So it really sets the tone for at least what I heard coming after that. So I got very excited as soon as it started up, just from the little sample at the beginning. Like I'm looking forward to finishing the listening, and like it's going to be on constant rotation. Like I'm already aware of that. Like this, everyone needs to make sure they mark their calendar, pre-save on your streaming or pre-order anywhere you can. Like make sure this one doesn't slip through the cracks. This is going to be a standout album this year for sure.
Thank you.
Well, let's do this. Since we've hopped on talking about it a little bit, let's go ahead and introduce one of the songs. Lukas, being so generous, he was like, hey, yeah, let's throw one of the tracks in here. Now, it's one of the tracks that you can get on YouTube, Spotify, and all that stuff, but you're going to be hearing it here if you haven't heard it yet. And that's what we're hoping you can walk away and you're checking out something, either something new, or it's forcing you to listen to something awesome again. Because don't forget, you know, that we've got, we've put out 2, I think there was 9 total that's going to be, you know, tracks that are going to be on the album. So I mean, there's like 7 more that you're going to get to hear in just a little over a month's time. So, Lukas, would you actually introduce your song?
Hello, guys. You are listening to Stillbirth, Baptized in Blood. Have fun. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
You said it, brother. Man, such an awesome song, such a great track. I hope everybody hears the different worlds that we're changing into and out of, like I'm trying to explain. And maybe don't think I'm just totally crazy, that they can be like, yeah, I see what you're saying. We're getting so much new sound that is almost, you don't think it should go together. But, like we've said before with heavy metal, it doesn't have to be metal to become metal.
Yeah.
And,
Everything
like
can be metal.
any and everything
Me and
can
I
be
had a
metal.
conversation about this just this past week, that
Yeah.
you can't take metal and turn it into anything, but you can take anything and turn it into metal. And it's just metal's unique like that. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
And I think back to the fans, right? We have such an appreciation for so many different genres, and we can appreciate, whenever anything else is blended in with the heaviness that we, really truly crave in our music. And it just makes it that much better because we realize, oh, wow, we have this eclectic, cultured metal sound, and so
Yeah.
now all of a sudden we're smarter players, or we're smarter listeners, and at that kind of stuff. So always fun. I love it. I'm gonna turn it back over to Brando.
Lu- Lucas, who would you say are some of your major influences, just on you musically?
Musically right now, good question. I try to avoid listening to other music when I'm writing an album, so I don't get influenced by stuff which I don't want to get influenced by. But normally I would say it's stuff like Despised Icon, Waking the Cadaver, Cephalic Carnage, yeah, also a little bit Vital Remains and stuff like this, the old Cataclysm stuff, the Phobia for the grindcore part, and yeah, like Without Remorse from New Jersey, they are doing this mix of hardcore and death metal, which is also very great. So I listened to a lot of these bands back in the days, and it feels right to do music like this for me.
Hell yeah. And you just said a lot of bands that are influences to me that I'm just a fan of also. So
Nice.
I can relate. That's cool.
Same.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you started off playing guitar and being doing guitar live and everything for Stillbirth, and then you switched over to do vocals. Do you like doing vocals or guitar more?
I like doing vocals more because I'm free to do whatever I want on stage, and I'm not hanging around with the instrument in my hand. So our performances are a little bit more energetic, and we do a lot of stuff on stage, and that's always good to have everything free for it. That's why I like vocals more.
Plus, you wrote a lot of the guitar already.
Yeah,
if not all of it for the song, and so
other
that
guys
is,
can play it.
yeah. The other guys, they're killing it by playing it, and bringing a little bit of their own flair into the mix too, just
Yeah.
where we do as musicians, but like you said, giving you the creativity to kind of almost lead and oversee how everybody else gets to see it without the
Yeah.
distraction, of the instrument in your hand. So that's pretty cool. I like that perspective too. And why, you prefer the vocals. Not that you don't like the other or whatever, but why you
No,
have,
no.
more fun with what the band is doing vocally. You know?
I mean, we played last year our 25th anniversary show. It was in Oberhausen and here in Germany, and we played a 2.5 hour set. It was, I think, 32 songs or something. And on two
Wow.
songs, I also played guitar, and someone else did vocals, an old vocalist. And yeah, it was the old feeling back, but I felt like, I want to get back to the vocals again. because on Stillbirth, I don't know, I got the feeling that I have to do the vocals. On Placenta Power Fist, my other band, which is on hold right now because with Stillbirth we got so much work, but there I like to do the guitar more when I think about it. But on Stillbirth it's like more the vocals. And I write too technical stuff, and it's hard to play live, and so it's a little bit easier for me to do the vocals.
That's pretty cool. I love the vocals though, so much, and I've actually got to give a little shout out to Homo Deus on I think it's the second track, Disgraced.
Yeah,
I think it's like 4 minutes in, so it's closer to the end of the song. I mean, the whole song's great, but vocally there's this
the
part,
end.
the rough 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 rough,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. I look forward to that part in that song every time. I'm always like, yes, Disgrace, here we go.
We liked this part so much that we put it at the end of our live shows now. So when the last song is played, then we tell the people, you get one more slam, and then this last part is coming from Disgraced.
And it's just the rough 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 rough, or just the from
Yeah,
then
it's
on
then
or something.
the part after it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so awesome.
Yeah. But we begin with the barking, and then it's going to the slams, and then the show is over.
So cool. So they get like 45 seconds to a minute or
Yes.
whatever of this from rough 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 on.
Yes. But not the
You
whole
get
song.
one more song. You get one more song. That's great. I love
Oh
it.
man, I feel like I need to do some traveling to Germany so I come see you guys.
Do it.
So Brandon, you have lived in Germany though, so
Really?
you are familiar at least with it during that time for some years, right?
Yeah. So my dad was in the Air Force. We were actually at a NATO base called Geilenkirchen,
Yeah.
near Heinsberg. I was only like 2 hours away from Cologne, and
Yeah, I
like
know
an hour
where
and a
it
half
is.
from Aachen or something. So I'm like, you mentioned Cologne a couple times, and I just keep thinking about that cathedral and climbing those stairs, man.
Yeah. Do you know the city? Do you know the city Koblenz?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
where the Mosel and the Rhine come together, and
yeah.
we did the river tours, like the Rhine and the Mosel, a couple
Okay.
times. So
Because like 10 kilometers away from this, my festival Death Feast Open Air is happening, where this year Gorgasm, Cephalotripsy, Brodequin played and stuff like this. So it's just
okay,
brutal music. It's an open air, and this is like happening near your hometown
yeah,
from Germany.
that's cool. So where you are in Germany? Is that near Koblenz?
It's like 2 hours away.
2 hours. Okay,
Yeah.
north, south, like which direction?
More north.
More north. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, I know a little bit of the area. It's been. I mean, I was there well, we're the same age. So like, I think I moved there in 1996. So like, no, I was in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade there. So
Okay. And do you
yeah.
speak German?
I used to speak a little bit, but I left in 99, and there's not
Okay.
a whole lot of German speaking in the United States. So I would have to say not much.
Yeah, okay.
Wie geht es Ihnen?
But
Wie
yeah,
geht es dir
ein
is
bisschen,
more personal.
Right? See, wie geht es dir?
Yes.
Wie
Wie geht es Ihnen is more like, Saya, how are you? So like a person you respect more.
So much more
we
proper.
respect you,
Like
so that-
or like older people.
okay. The elders.
Okay. Oh, elders. Yeah.
Respect your
Yeah.
elders with Ihnen.
Hear that, kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Navigate
you
Ihnen.
only have you. So but we got like Ihnen, Sie, er, sie, es and stuff like this. So it's a lot of more shit going on in German.
Lots of different ways. Yeah, to say
Yeah.
the same thing but mean something a little different, right? So, but it's kind of funny because whenever you learn a lot of those intro language classes, or maybe not even a class, but just like like a on your phone, like Duolingo or something like that, it's almost as if they teach you this version of it that is not actually how the people speak, right?
Yeah.
They teach you this version that's very proper and formal, but not really how people talk when they're, just, communicating with each other. I think I like to say it here. We call it visiting. You know, if you go over to
Yeah.
somebody's house and all you do is just chat with them the time you're there, and somebody says, "Oh, what were you doing at so and so's house?" You would say, "We were visiting." And so that just means we were having a conversation, chit chatting. Like it's
Yeah.
that kind of talk on that level is going to be different than what you learn off of
Yeah.
Duolingo, because you're not calling each other sir or madam. You
Yeah.
know, we're calling each other bro, or you know, something like
Or
that. So
dude.
what's up,
Yeah,
dude?
dude.
Yeah, man. So it's just always kind of fun, and appreciate the tip.
Yeah, I mean, languages. I can only speak German and a little bit English, and that's it. And some words in other languages when we drive to different countries like France or Italy or something like this. Then I try to learn at least one sentence to shout it from the stage, so the people always appreciate it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm sure they do. You know, I'm sure they
Yeah.
appreciate it.
At least one sentence, We are motherfucking Stillbirth, let's go.
Yeah. At least an introduction, you know, like
Yeah.
wait, what was the older song that you guys had that was like Circle the Pit, or
Open up this fucking pit.
Open Up This Fucking Pit? Okay, so yeah, that was it.
Pretty easy.
That one. Say that in German. Or in the other language, French or
wow,
whatever, you know.
That's hard.
That's the one. That's the one. Open up this fucking pit.
Yeah, but you can say it in English because everybody knows from the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's easy.
Those memes. He said, yeah, so that's easy. I love it. Brando, do you want to do the 5 questions now, or were you wanting to wrap up anything else?
Man, we can do the 5 questions. Let's jump in.
All right, Lucas. So here's where we actually deviate just for a slight moment, and we talk about Lucas, and we just get to know you a little bit better, because I feel like metal is one of the only kind of genres, maybe not the only one, but it is, you know, a genre where you get a chance to hopefully talk to bands and stuff as a fan, because you can catch them at the merch table, or you just see them walking in and out through the crowd, because there's no telling. You talked about playing some of those smaller shows where the crowds were going crazy. You know, you probably got to talk to some of those people while you were, you know, in between sets and stuff like that. And so we like to have a little fun with 5 questions. And if you're ready, here we go.
Let's go.
All right. What is your favorite food to eat for breakfast?
I don't eat breakfast. I only eat once a day, and it's in the evening.
All right. So because no answer can't be acceptable, what is your favorite thing to eat in the evening?
I think most favorite is maybe pizza, but it's not healthy and not good to say for the kids, So we cook every day different stuff, and I don't have really a favorite food.
Is there something on the road that you prefer to eat? Like whenever you guys are traveling 20 days, playing, you know, multiple shows, and you're having to, I don't know.
On the road, it's mostly baguette and hummus, hummus.
Yeah.
So that's easy, but it's not my favorite food.
I see.
I mean, I would say pizza.
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Like with mushrooms.
Okay.
And really spicy with I mean, not pepperoni, like jalapenos, or how is it calling?
Yeah,
habaneros, jalapenos, stuff like this. So I like it a lot. I also like a lot of Indonesian food because it always tastes very fresh. But don't ask me for any names because, I don't know them. I know it's vegetarian. I know it's vegetarian or vegan, so I eat it.
Yeah. So do you tend to stick on the vegetarian and vegan side of things?
Yeah. I'm not eating meat or fish or stuff like this.
Yeah. Well, very cool. I know that's where the true power comes from, right? Straight from the source.
Yeah. But I'm a vegetarian already since 2004 and vegan since 2020. So it's I'm still living, so it's okay for me.
It's normal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, then if you could teach an alien or like extraterrestrial something about Earth, what would it be?
get the fuck out.
Ah, leave.
Hey, that's one of my
Leave.
favorite songs from Home of Death.
Just turn around and leave.
Yeah,
It's
man.
it's getting to yeah. We need something to happen that everything gets in order again, I think.
Yes,
But
we need more heavy metal to unite us all, you know?
yeah,
That's what we
maybe
need.
something like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think people would be
just in
happier.
every city, you put in on some boxes and then heavy metal music the whole time.
Yeah, you know, because then your frustration can come
Yeah.
through the interpretation of the music. You don't have to actually be an angry person,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
All right, so do you prefer then spending more time inside or outside?
Inside what? Outside what?
Like inside,
My home?
yeah, or just do you prefer the
Inside.
outdoors or nature?
Indoors or outdoors?
Yeah, like inside or nature, outdoors.
I mean, at my place, I prefer inside, but when I'm traveling, I prefer outside.
Ah, I see. Because you get to
Yeah.
see all this stuff, right?
Yeah, and I like nature a lot, and I'm not the city guy. I don't like it at cities a lot, so I always try to find places outside cities where it's rural and not a
Do you
lot
get
of
to
people
do
living.
camping or anything like
Yeah,
that?
for example, I didn't do camping since ages now because I don't have time for it. But my only holiday is like straight into some hotel and get some rest because normally it's just working like 15 hours a day.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Gets tiring.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't do wanderings or whatever in the holidays. I just need a pool or the beach,
Yeah.
and then I'm
Yeah.
good.
Kick back, take a day or two to just,
Yeah,
refresh and then back at it, right?
yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, what what animal do you think makes the best pet?
The best pet?
Yeah.
Maybe a duck.
Oh,
I
Do
clack
like
you have a
clack.
pet duck?
It's cute, you know. He's not doing a lot of shit, so will be a good pet.
I don't know. They shit a lot.
Yeah, but teach them to do it outside, and it's okay.
I like it. I like it. We could do this whole thing on social media, like where the stillbirth duck is a surfing duck, and
Yeah.
it poops outside, right? And like we follow it around while it's doing all this awesome stuff, and teaching the other ducks, right? Like you can do better. You can be better. No pooping inside.
Yeah. Or it gets their own toilet, a little duck toilet. So
Oh no. So this is okay. This is actually very awesome to transition into the next question, right?
yeah,
Because
duck toilets.
tell us about the bidet and should everybody have one?
Wow, we don't have one, but I would love to have one.
So you know
So
about them then.
everybody should have one.
I've never used one.
I've never used one.
Same, but I like it.
See, this is new. I figured so many people had these. Like that's the illusion, right? Like the
Yeah.
illusion might be that everybody in Europe is using a bidet and
No,
everybody in the United States is still just like paper, paper, paper.
no, I think only Asia is doing this
Really?
BD stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In Europe, it's
Man.
also still paper.
So
I need to
We're learning.
re-educate myself on the toilet cultures of the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Visit some toilets in Europe.
Yes.
He says, just go to some. You will know.
Disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's how they are here, too. You're always
Yeah.
like I said, people, come on, but it is
We
what
all
it
need
is.
to be more like ducks.
We all need to be more like ducks, Even in college, it blew me away. Like universities, I would see the bathrooms and I would be like, who's coming in here? Like little kids and running out of here? Like anyway. Well, that's another show, guys. We're gonna have a whole nother podcast we're gonna create about that. But for now, go
Just
Ducks.
toilets.
Oh man. So okay, that's fun, that's silly. But
Was it already 5 questions?
that was it. What, didn't
Oh,
we already do
really?
5? Did I miss one?
Easy.
Yeah, they're not hard.
No, they're not hard. They're not hard. That was them, man. It was just
Okay.
something to just get us talking about something else for a second.
I have a question for you, Lucas.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you have on your wall behind you there?
It's the Stillbirth rolling papes.
Okay.
So when it's empty, I put it on the wall.
I see
And-
you've gone through a lot of rolls of
I try to
the wallpapers.
I try to not smoke with our papers that much because they are for the people, but sometimes, you know, they are
Things
nice.
happen.
Yeah, things happen.
All right.
I mean, they're there. They're there, right?
That's the thing, you know. When you need some and they are there.
Here's what's great. If somebody else needs some and you have them in your pocket or something, you can just be like, here, and you can
It's
say,
promotion.
just keep them.
Yeah. It's just free promotion, so. But
Love it.
it's also something new on the merch table, you know. It's always boring when you have only t-shirts, so put something new on and the people will come.
Metal bands
I
are
love
good.
seeing I
Yeah.
love seeing like unique items on merch tables. So for instance, I went to a show last night. It was some guests of ours are from here in Houston. They've been on an episode before. So I got this hat, mystery meat. So they had some bars of soap that they made themselves that are meat scented. And I was like, that's pretty unique. That's kind of cool. So I like that. Like when you have like rolling papers or something that's just a little bit different than what the other bands have. Like it's cool to see that. And I tend to like gravitate towards that. Like that's different. Like I kind of want to buy it just because it's different. Like
Yeah, we tried all the merch already out. We also had toilet seats. For the next album, we got beach towels and rolling trays and stuff like this. So we try to get out of the norm.
yeah,
I
and I
want
think
one of those toilet
I've got
seats.
your Revive the Throne coffee mug, and
Nice.
I've got the swim shorts. I got the trunks.
Nice.
You can see my flag up there.
Yeah.
My Homo Deus flag, and I'm decked out in your guys' stuff. I've got a pair of shorts on right now, actually.
Sick.
Yes.
Yeah, I love to see the swim shorts on the festivals and stuff like this because every time I got some messages from one festival from Germany this year, and the people were like, every time when we see a Stillbirth swim shorts, then we drink a shot, and 20 minutes later it was the next message, we stopped drinking the shots, I'm already drunk, what the fuck. Because so many people ran around with the swim shorts, so it was really fun.
I love it. That's
Game
awesome.
over quickly, huh?
Yeah. Don't try this game.
Where
that's
does
great.
where does the surf metal theme come from? Like, are you a fan of surfing?
We started this already back in the days. We were the Hawaiian Death Grind Disco Steppers on the festivals, doing weird shit with just Hawaiian shirts on and swim shorts on. And it was young guys going on festivals, you know. So we went a little bit famous for it, that the Hawaiian guys were there, and then we started to implement it into Stillbirth and into the band, and it worked out somehow.
Awesome.
Yeah, but we
Yeah, I
also
like
like
it.
surfing and the beach and everything, so it fits together, you know. I mean, my tattoo on the leg is like a palm and stuff like this. So
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, paradise.
Is that image on the shorts? Like, as I know that
Yes,
looks very
also,
yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say I think it is very cool.
Yeah. So it's one thing, you know.
Yeah. What What is the what is your favorite piece of merch that you guys have? Like, what do you just like? This is so cool. Like, I'm glad we did this.
That's the swim shorts for sure, yeah.
The swim shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it to wear them on stage because you don't have to worry about your stage outfit. It's just always the same, and they are when we sweat a lot, they are dry after 10 or 15 minutes. So I can hang around at the merch for some minutes and get back into the van with no sweaty stuff on me.
Man,
So
with
that's
swim
really
shorts, you
good.
could even like wash them and hang them up for
Yeah,
10 minutes,
easy.
and they
Yeah,
would be ready by the time
yeah.
you got back in the
Mhm.
van.
I need to get the matching Hawaiian shirt that you have that goes
Yeah.
with it. I need to get the shirt next.
I see a lot of people walking with the matching thing, and it's always like, oh, nice. The army is growing.
Yeah, so maybe you'll run into Brando one time. Brando will travel to the beach and he'll
Yeah,
send me pictures where he's wearing like his Stillbirth stuff out at the
nice.
beach. And I'm like, way to represent.
Like it should be, man.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Maybe some fan recognize it, and then you got something common with one other guy.
Yeah, actually, I went on a cruise in May this year,
Yeah,
and to like Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and yeah,
nice.
there's a few pictures of me in like I think St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin
Yeah,
Island, like sporting my Stillbirth and my then I've got my like Arc Spire tank top on and my
nice.
Stillbirth swim shorts. So
Good fit.
yeah, wearing it all. Yeah, I'm wearing it everywhere.
Yeah, so if somebody, who listens to that music spots him, there's like, no, like, all right, I can go talk to this guy. He's cool.
Yeah, yeah. You automatically know, so
That's right.
it's
Oh,
it's
I have friends here. I have friends here.
yeah.
So, Lucas, what's I mean, with the album coming out on October 31st, like what's coming up with that? Like, are you guys do you have I know you have an Indonesian tour like lined up. Do you have some more bigger things that you can tell us about that's like going to be part of the release? Like any other tours or big shows or anything like that?
We got the pre-release tour now going on in 2 weeks. It's from 26th September to 11th October, and we play exclusively new songs from the new album, which are not released, so the people can listen to it live before the album is out. And after that, we got the Indonesian run with 10 days, which will be very great. And for next year, we are planning like 2 more tours, but it's still in the planning phase. So we will see how everything develops. But yeah, we will be on the road for sure. Some things happen spontaneously. Some things are planned for 1 year in front. So it's coming like it comes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we talked about some of those pop-up shows sometimes that just happen, right?
Yeah.
It just happens to be in the path of travel maybe, and you find a way to play at another spot. And yeah, you weren't going to originally play there until, everything kind of got mapped out. And then you were like, this is, a good path that we can go. And let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, sometimes you also jump in, like we did 2022, where Gutslit, a band from India, their visa got denied in middle of the tour, and they couldn't play the last 2 shows. So we jumped in with Stillbirth on one bigger festival in Switzerland. It was the Mesuf, and yeah, it went really great. The people were going crazy, and you have to take it like it comes. So when there is opportunity, just do it.
When the getting's good, they say.
Yeah, yeah.
So, kind of the only other thing that I wanted to really, I don't know, end with is, we've talked a lot about the newer album that's coming out, and so I don't want to lose focus there at all. So, everybody definitely needs to go check out some of the older Stillbirth stuff. That is really a great way to see, one, how things have changed, how they've become, who they are now, and then even to gear up for what you're about to, to kind of give you an idea of what you're about to get, especially with the release of the other two. But I really wanted to ask you, Lucas, like what's kind of the message that you want to get out about the new album? What's the thing that you want people to know before it releases in a little over a month, we said. Halloween, that maybe we haven't talked about right now?
Real quick though, when people listen to this, it's probably like, in 2 weeks that album's coming out, I think, right?
That's right. Yeah, actually, you're right. So when we do release this, it won't be over a month. I'm sorry. Thank you, Brandon, for correcting me because I said stay focused on the new album. And so I'll be definitely leading people out the wrong way. So, recording date, release date for us, not the same day. So you're right, Brando. It's going to be right around the corner, everybody. So, thank you for that.
So before the album drops, I think when this episode will be out and our new single will also be out, it's Throne of Bones, the one with the cowbell. So if you like cows, listen to it. It will be out on 30th August. Yeah, like in 16 days. No, September, sorry. August is already over. But then this single will be out, and we will have another single out in when the album drops. It will be Trapped in Darkness with a music video, which we also shot on Fuerteventura on the Canarian Islands. And we did a lot of content. So we will have an album premiere video, which will feature all the songs with an own video. So this will also drop after the release, and we will have an instrumental version of this out in December. So you can do some sing-alongs or whatever, or just listen to the instrumental version of the stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty neat. I love it whenever, like on the pages, you get to see something that's a little bit different. Like even if it's just a playthrough or something like that, just getting a chance to hear the song a different way, or
yeah.
a little bit more of the behind the scenes, even, sometimes. So very, very cool.
Yeah, but I like the instrumentals a lot on this album, so we were deciding that this is our first album, which we also want to release as instrumental version. So let's see. But I think if you like the normal version, then you will also like the instrumental one.
So Elstorm does this sometimes where they'll
Yeah,
release instrumental versions of their songs, I've noticed, and it's really cool. It's like fun to listen to because I'm singing it,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
along with it, especially like the catchier parts and the groovier parts. So I'm really looking forward to that.
They also do that dog thing where it's barking. Like instead of vocals, they do like it's like a dog barking the vocal patterns.
Yeah, that's
Do a video and send it over.
that's right. That's right. Oh man. Well, good stuff. That's, kind of what I wanted to focus on is just make sure that we were, ending, strong, focusing on the album coming out so that we could, have that, at the forefront of everybody's brain. And like Brandon said, it's really just going to be a few weeks away when this drops on Halloween. So we're super, super excited about it. And Lucas, I'm extremely honored that you've taken some time today to just hang out with us. I
Thank
hope
you.
everybody else gets a chance to, check out a little bit more Stillbirth and be ready for it. Hopefully, much, much success too on the release, the upcoming single, the release, and,
Thank you.
the kind of pre-show that you guys are going through right now. Or I think you said about to do, if I'm right, the 26th through the
Yes.
10th or 11th, I think. But, just lots of luck, from us over your way and best wishes, from the Metal Block. And Brandon, he watches you guys like a hawk, and he'll be making sure too that anything you guys are posting and trying to promote on social media, that we also try to push it out there to anybody who might be
Nice.
following
Thank
on
you.
our side. So yeah, really excited for you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure for me to talk to you guys, and it's also nice to hear that you like the stuff which we are doing. That's the most important for me. And
Not like it, love it.
even better. But yeah, I hope we can come to the States someday and meet you guys in person, and also all the other fans from the United States, which we haven't seen in a long time now. So at some point we have to come back.
When was the last time you were here?
2015, so 11 years, no, 10 years ago.
Okay, so it's been a minute.
It was like 5 albums already, or 6 albums since we were there, so we got a lot of music to play.
A lot of catching up to do. A lot of visiting. A lot of visiting.
Yeah. We can do like 5 tours without a problem, just every tour a different album.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
I'll
great.
be
A
at
lot of
every single one of them.
yeah, and
Like,
a lot
bring
of
it
bands
on.
are doing that. You know, a lot of people are doing that where they're playing like full albums and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. At first, we have to get this fucking visa, and then the party can get started.
Yeah, I think Brandon said, fingers crossed, man.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Mhm.
That's one thing, that I don't care where anybody stands. I'm like, we need the bands to still be able to come over and play, please.
Shouldn't be
Okay, like
that hard, you know.
that
I mean,
should be.
every American band can come over to Europe without any visa restriction or stuff like this. They just land, they pack their stuff, and go on tour. So why can't the European bands do the same with the States?
We're with you on that one, man.
Yeah.
We want you here. We want you here. So
So,
hopefully, very temporary, and we get to see you soon.
yes.
Yes.
Would be great.
Awesome. Lucas, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great meeting you, and looking forward to catching up again sometime soon, and definitely looking forward to Survival Protocol on October 31st. So thank you again, sir.
I just wanted to say thank you for your work and for your support for death metal. It's very important that people like you exist and do this work, because it's like, nobody is earning money with this shit, but you are still investing your time and all the effort to talk to the insiders and the people behind the scenes. So thank you for this, and thanks to everybody who's listening to this podcast, and to all the other metal podcasts and supporting death metal and metal in general. So I'm really happy that the community is growing, and let's hope that it will grow even more in the future.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
very well
Yeah.
said.
I love it. Well, everybody out there, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and follow us and all that stuff so that we can keep up what's going on with Stillbirth. Brando, send us an email, metalblocktalks@gmail.com. He'll get to it, or socials, and we'll make sure to respond as best we can. And shoot us some new stuff out there to check out, too. We love new music. So without anything else, Metal Block over and out.
See ya.